All right, how's it going? We got Wes Logan from Versus Pro Wrestling Studios, man. How you doing tonight?
I am well. Had a fun night tonight.
Man, fun night, man. All right, just to clarify, you are the Party Hard Wrestling Arizona champion.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir.
one half of the Level Up Expo Tag Team Champions with Shade, correct?
Nah, man.
Nah?
Scumbags had the tag championships.
There. So my research failed me, man.
Yeah, we'll work that out. We'll work that out. Shade was the champion. Was one of the Level Up Tag Team champions prior to the Scumbags, but he had another partner. But we'll fix that.
Cool, man. So you just hit your 10-year anniversary, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. What led you to get started in the industry and eventually starting here at Versus Pro Wrestling?
So with my background, like I started watching wrestling when I was like 2 years old, and as a kid, I was like, I'm gonna be a pro wrestler. I'm gonna be a pro wrestler. But like, everybody knows how life goes. You just kind of go through the motions, go through school, get to jobs, all that fun stuff, and then those dreams kind of get put to the back burner. Well, shortly after I turned 23, I think is when I was actually approached to actually get in the ring. I had some like minor training prior when I was in high school and stuff like that, but it wasn't anything significant to even talk about. But once I started training over at Future Stars of Wrestling, that's when things started popping off. Versus started recently in like 2018, so we got about 3 years under our belt. We started over at Level Up Expo.
Nice.
That's how everything kind of started with us, and then it just progressed from there.
Awesome. So recently, there was a gentleman. His name is Dwayne Johnson. You may have heard of him.
I know that guy.
He became the first black owner of a professional sports league. As a black co-owner of a pro wrestling promotion, do you mind sharing some pros and cons from your experience?
In that respect, I haven't had too much issues because for a long time it was really low key that I wasn't an owner of this establishment. So it was something that we kind of just developed. I guess co-owner, my other partner was the steerhead that we were kind of using as the I guess hood emblem of the company, and I was talent at that point. So it's like, nobody really knew that I was really the guy that was running the ship, but recently me and him had a chat, and he's no longer going to be a part of the company in that aspect. He wants me to kind of take the reins on that, and then him kind of show up as talent every once in a while. So things kind of switched when it came to the background on it. Now, like since we opened up the venue over at the mall, it got a little bit more out there that I was the guy at that point. But yeah, it's positive to where I'm getting a little bit more love in that respect recently. But as of the start of Versus Pro Wrestling, nobody really knew that I was that guy. And with Dwayne Rocky locking in that XFL gig, man, that's kind of like a story that everybody wants to hear. Like having a dude that was living out of his car,
$7
in his pocket, getting turned down by the NFL, was in the Canadian Football League for a little bit, but then now he owns his own league. Man, you can't tell a better story than that, man. That's some pride stuff right there.
That's a Spencer Trasmore story come to life.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, so you mentioned you work with FSW a little bit. We know they have some legendary coaches such as Jake the Snake Roberts, D'Lo Brown. What's one particular bit of advice you received on your journey that's helped you so far?
One big thing is that don't let the moves take over the match. Like, it's the emotion. It's the. I think Jake actually put out something recently that a lot of guys these days don't know how to get over. And sometimes it's not the moves that get over. Sometimes it's just like your verbiage, how you present yourself. When you have a guy that can literally just hit you with an elbow and put a name on it, like, obviously it ain't just the work that's putting it over, it's that guy. When somebody can hit you with a leg drop and in a match, it ain't the leg drop that's winning that match, it's that guy. So yeah, they put that in me, like especially with Jake, D'Lo, Sin, all those guys kind of like honed in on the Beast character when I had that, and that was going well for what I had it for. But this being me gets over. It's a little bit more raw. It's a little bit more aggressive. It's silly. I think you've seen that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is, man. You gotta get over. You gotta get over.
Definitely. Is there anyone you've been watching who currently stands out to you? It's a little bit. It's just kind of caught your eye. Like, man, he's dope or she's dope.
Caught my eye recently, Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
When I was watching him in NWA, he was already charismatic. When he transitioned over to AEW, he was still charismatic. I just watched an unrestricted episode with him on it, and not like I didn't have respect for the guy before, but you start learning about how he grew in the business, and you have just so much more love and respect for that guy. Never met that dude in my life, and I want to, but like he's got it. Yeah, that's the
Definitely. Yeah, I think they need to give him some more time. Like they kind of got him, stuck with Taz and Brian Cage a little bit. So I think I want to see him branch out a little bit more.
I think the time that I agree, but with the time that he has, with the talent that's on that show, I think he's getting what he can. Like a lot of people are just regulated to dark.
Yeah.
He ain't those guys anymore.
Right. All right, so let's have a little fun a little bit, man. Push one, bury one, and release one. So I did my research, so this might be a little difficult for you.
All right.
Undertaker, Mankind, and Raven.
Okay. Obviously, I'm gonna push Taker.
The legend.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna bury Mick, even though that's my guy. And you gotta release Raven. Sadly,
That wasn't that difficult.
that wasn't that difficult for me. Only because I have a lot of love for those characters. So if it's going to be how it's going to be, then yeah, I already know where I'm going to place those guys. Raven actually gave me a lot of love when I first started, like in my first year. He gave me like some pretty serious knowledge from the start. So it's not like I want to release him just because I don't like that dude. I kind of have a lot more love for him than I have the other two, because I've only met one of them, and of course I gotta bury Mankind, because like Taker was my guy, so
Right.
like if that was the feud, I gotta push my dude Taker. But man, Mick Foley was very fun to meet. He was very cool, very chill. He gave me a lot of love for my character when I was Beast. Not a lot of people do that shit, so
Right.
I mean, it is what it is with that one.
Awesome. And when can we expect some more action from Versus?
We'll be here September 19th. We're going to be doing another live exhibition. We got some cool things that are happening because of some things that have recently happened as far as management-wise. So we're going to have some fun with that. Some championships are going to be talked about. I think the Level Up Championship is going to be defended. The Tag Team Championships are going to be defended. We're probably going to be bringing in some outside companies to defend their championships too. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, that one should be a fun show.
It should be fun, man. So let's go ahead and plug your socials a little bit.
Yeah, man. You're going to catch me at BSTEM on Twitter, at BSTEM on Instagram. You're going to look for Project Wes everywhere, Beast the Butcher everywhere. Death in Motion, that's my band. Look for at Death in Motion on Instagram. Look for Death in Motion or DIM on Facebook. We got some new tracks coming out. What else do I have, man? I got like 800 socials. At Versus PW on Twitter. At Versus Pro Wrestling on Instagram. Look for VersusProWrestling.com here soon. We're going to update that site. And then Versus Pro Wrestling on Facebook is the best way to get a hold of us if you're looking for shows.
Awesome, man. Thanks, Wes Logan, y'all.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Project Wes, Beast the Butcher, BDB.